Hey y'all, today I'm going to talk to you about 3 different types of rowing movements. So the first we're going to cover is going to be the underhand row, then we'll talk about the Yates row, and we will finish up with a supported dumbbell row. So I've been getting a few requests from people saying that they have some lower back pain while they're doing rows. Hopefully some of the tips that I share with you in this video will prevent that. So the first type of row that we're going to talk about is the underhand grip barbell row. So you'll see when I start, I like to have the bar elevated. So a rack is a good place to be. You can even set up on a bench if you'd like. But the goal is to have the bar just below where your knees are. So when you pull with this, you're going to keep the bar close to your body the entire movement. And you're also going to keep your elbows pinned to your side. So getting your hands in an underhand grip just outside shoulder width will help you do that. So you can see I'm set up in a rack here, and in order to get the right bend and keep my back nice and tight, I start by holding my chest high and sitting back with my hips almost like I'm sitting on a toilet. You can see I have my body in about a 45-degree position here. So take note, I have my elbows out when I started showing you that motion. That's not what you want. Keep them nice and tight to your body. So having your hands at the right placement on the bar will help do that. So I have my hands just outside shoulder width, neutral spine. You can see I'm looking forward. I don't have my head up, I don't have my head down. Now when I'm pulling the bar, again take note my elbows are tight to my body. I'm keeping the barbell close to my body, and at the top of the motion the barbell is going to be somewhere just above where my navel is. So just below the rib cage, just above the navel in that area. So you can see the lower back, it doesn't round throughout the motion. Next up, Yates row. This is a row where you can use a lot of weight, but again, make sure that low back stays tight. Bar is going to be elevated in a rack. Keep the bar close to your body throughout. Keep the elbows tight to the body. To get into position, the chest stays up, the hips get pushed back. The big difference here is you're only going to be about 30 degrees. You're not going to be bent forward quite as far as the other rows. Again, remember guys, if you can't find an open rack at your gym, you'll be alright with a bench. Sometimes I set up that way. So another thing I'll do a little different with this versus the underhand row is I will actually start the movement off like a deadlift. So you'll see I get into position, I have a nice tight low back, get in the top position of like a deadlift, and then I'm not leaning all that far forward, just about 30 degrees. You can see I pushed my hips back, my chest stays high, and now I'm pulling the bar close to my body, keeping the elbows in. And when I get to the top of the motion, that bar is going to be a little lower this time. So the bar is going to be just below my navel. So the last one we'll talk about is a supported dumbbell row. So you want about a 45-degree, little less than 45-degree incline bench. You're going to use a set of dumbbells, and you're going to basically keep your grip parallel. Elbows are going to stay tight to the body. Contract your lats hard when you get to the top of the motion, 2 to 3 seconds. And then you're going to lower them. You're going to lower your arms in a slow, controlled fashion. Take about 3 seconds to lower them. Alright, you can see here I have a bench set up already. It's a little less than 45 degrees. To get into position, you're going to push your body against the bench but keep your chest high. And again, you'll see once I'm in position, I have a neutral spine. I'm not putting my head too far forward or back. It's in, a position where I'm looking forward. Arms will be fully extended at the bottom. Now, when I pull, I like to pull by thinking of my elbows moving, not my hands. When I think about my elbows pulling, I feel the contraction more in my lats. So you can see my arms are fully extended at the bottom. At the top, I'll hold for 2, maybe 3 seconds. Squeeze real hard. and feel your lats. So again, take note, my chest is high, my spine is neutral, I'm looking forward, but my head is not too far back. This motion is great, guys, if you're having somewhat of a pain in your lower back and you just need to rest it, or at the end of a tough workout. It's a great finishing movement. You're not using a lot of weight. You really want to feel the controlling as you pull and as you extend. Alright, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you liked the video, click like. Be sure to subscribe. I'm going to be putting up some more tutorials in the future. Alright, guys.